What's up, everybody? It's Kevin here from Happy Beard Games, your source for classic gaming goodness. Today we are continuing on my Super Mario Brothers educational game series for the Super Nintendo specifically, and we're leading up to a review video. We're just kind of capturing footage for that review video essentially, which is what I normally do, but we're doing it in the form of a Let's Play with commentary. So you get extra video stuff and not as much of a hiatus in between videos. Alright, so we're on Mario's Time Machine for Super Nintendo, and this is the third video of it. The first video we covered Isaac Newton's area. The second video we covered both Joan of Arc and I believe it was Leonardo da Vinci's area. And now we're going to the, I think it's Beethoven or something. Beethoven and Shakespeare might be the next two from what I remember as a kid, because I did play this as a kid, but not on Super Nintendo, the PC version. And looking at the background here, I just noticed something on the floor. There is a turtle or Koopa shell outline on the floor tiles, which I never noticed until now. I noticed the statues and stuff, but I didn't notice that. So let's pick up this, which you press X at the top of the controller to return to owner. Then you go to your book, which you're going to Vienna, 1824. That's the key point for now. And then basically what you got to do, if you haven't seen the other two videos, you travel through time to that time period at the top and the location at the top. And then you fill out the blanks in this book, and then you can give the item to return to the item for the character that you're returning it to. So in this one, it's going to be Beethoven. And once you return that, that's how you beat the level. So let's do this one more time. Let's see, Vienna 1824. I think you push R to pull up the time machine. It's a little tricky because up is not up. Up is like left. So let's go to Vienna. And then each category that you're highlighting is up. Up to go up. I'm scrolling it. It's kind of confusing. When you're actually controlling it, it's like a little weird, but it's not that bad. I think it was 18... Ooh. Was it 1824? Or am I just... I'm gonna double check. Let's put that off for now. Let's see. 1824. You know, I didn't realize Beethoven wasn't as far back in history as he is. I don't know why I didn't like put that together. This should be good then. Yeah, for some reason I thought I don't know, Beethoven seems so like well known and classic that like it seems like he should have been around for a longer time. But I guess not. I guess that does make sense. That does, of course it does make sense, but I guess it lines up with my perception of history. It's crazy how things that are like, they're not really that long ago, can feel like they're longer ago than they actually are. Further away than they actually are in time. Okay, so now I go in the wormhole or the portal or whatever it is. That should take us to the right time period. Sometime I'm going to show you what happens when you don't get to the right time period. I think it just brings you back to the Koopa castle. But I could be wrong about that. Okay, good day, is Beethoven here? My, but it is warm here. In here, Ludwig doesn't socialize during the day like we do, Herr Mario. He's becoming more and more of a recluse. He's either in his room or at the Swan Inn or at Symphony Hall. Is Ludwig a good party guest? It's so hot, I swear the fire is roaring. Actually, Louis is a moody man and often very rude. But we forgive him, of course, because he's a divine angel when he plays the piano. Who is Louis? Ludwig means Louis in German. Or Louis. I don't know if it's Louis or Louis. I really must go outside. I'm burning up. Perhaps we'll continue this chat later. Okay, so that's all for that. I'm gonna go to the book and see if there's anything in here that I can figure out. Okay, I gotta figure out that. There's the year he was born, that's one I gotta figure out. I gotta find out where he was spent most of his life in, which could be Vienna, but I don't know if that's right. That's first. I think piano? If it's green, it's good. If it gives you a sad face, it means you did it wrong. He said to make Wolfgang in 1787. So that means he was born before 1787, so at least we know that. Oh, I don't know this one. Let's get out of there. His talents turned toward composing, however, when the ear problems he had suffered from for years worsened and became totally blank. It is perhaps because of this handicap that he became such an original composer. Able to only imagine the music he created, Beethoven dared to ignore musical convention. Although he lived in the blank of his royal patron, he was admired the world over. Beethoven was said to have a bad temper, messy habits, and a mean tongue. This perhaps explains why he never married. He completed his first blank in 1800, beginning a cycle which reached its peak in the presentation of his masterpiece, the Ninth Symphony, in blank, which is a time, or a year. When he passed away in 1827, he had published approximately 200 works. So this actually takes place 3 years before he died in this setting of Mario right now. I think I know this one. I don't know if sometimes it helps if the word's actually there and you have in mind, then it's like, okay, it's gotta be that, right? No, it's not. Let's get out of there. Let's learn some more about Beethoven. Say, what's all the excitement about? What's that? I don't hear so well. Write it on a card. Oh, they're about to give the premiere performance of my Ninth Symphony, but they seem unable to start. Go away. Let's get this. How do I get out of here? Okay. Do you know Ludwig von Beethoven? Tune in, Mario. This is a music store in Vienna. Ever since I heard Beethoven's Third Symphony, I have been a big fan. Do you have any of Ludwig's scores in stock? Oh, many symphonies. We also carry Opus 18, 6-string quartets, which we published in 1801, a bestseller for 23 years. Here, I give all my music fans a fan with my store's name printed on it. Let me just check. The Ninth Symphony. Might be symphony for that, but let me see what's over here. This might be symphony on this one. It could be wrong, but it seems a little too obvious. But sometimes you gotta remember this is a game for like younger people. But it's sometimes I overthink things, so it's like, yeah, that's right, obviously right. So I gotta find out when the Ninth Symphony was created, or at least when it was presented. The year. I guess I gotta find out more about the Austrian musical capital and when he was born. How many CDs or works do they have here? With this Ninth Symphony in progress, I wouldn't be surprised if he will publish 200 works by the end of next year. Hopefully I'll still be open by then. Why would your store close next year? Unfortunately, Beethoven's last few works haven't been selling well. It's also difficult to keep up with the latest trends and new instruments in 1824. Think this new Beethoven score will sell? I can't see it too well. I lost my glasses, but I like this Ode to Joy portion. Then I'm no critic. Do you like my novel concept of selling novelty items? Try a back scratcher. They say Beethoven is growing deaf. I'm afraid his hearing, like my eyesight, is getting worse. Some say his deafness helps him to write unique music. Right now, I need to find some unique merchandise to sell. Okay, that didn't really help too much. Hi, do you know who wrote this manuscript? It's musical, but then again, this is Vienna in 1824. We're up to our wigs and musicians. Mozart's, Beethoven, Haydn. All the big names are here. Has Ludwig ever stayed with you? In 1787, he stayed right here. He met Mozart, but then he had to go back to Germany. I'm itching to mark his room with a plaque to boost my status. I'm gonna check something here. This is obviously Vienna. Born in... oh, so I don't know that yet. It's one of these. It's one of these 17s, but I don't know which one it is. There's a Wolfgang Mozart. And then the next one is... His talents turned toward composing, however, when the ear problems he had suffered from for years worsened and he became totally... I'm assuming it's deaf. And then I just need to find out what year he was born in, which they mentioned what year he got to Germany, or got to Austria, but they didn't... They didn't say that, what year it was he was born, as far as I saw. This is a year, right? Yeah. Is 1824 on there? Okay, that's really obvious, because that's the year they were out to perform it when Mario's there, so that's why I knew that was the year for that. Sometimes it's really obvious. Although he lived in the... Let's see if it doesn't make any sense. In the blank of his royal patron. Palace? University? Palace? Well, it's royal, so it has to be palace. Yeah, so we got that page done. Then we got this page. We just need to find the year he was born at. In. Is he staying with you now? A pity, no, although he's a Slav and plays loudly due to his bad ears. I love having a famous guest. Now he lives in a palace, which I just answered that. But that was pretty easy to guess and figure out based on the other information. I've got such an itch to advertise that he slept here. Is Beethoven married? Beethoven married? Ha, he loves all the Fräuleins. Sure, who would put up with him? I'm itching to tell you more. I can't right now. Is Beethoven married? Okay, that's the same thing. Any other ones? I don't know what year he was born. Some of these, like, they seem like they would have questions that go with them, and then they have nothing to. There's none of that. Okay, so the year is. I know this is 3 years before he died, so let's just kind of do a mathematical deduction. 3 years before he died, so he must be pretty old. Born in, so it'd be one of the 17s. I'm thinking it's this one. Did I get it? 1770? Okay, cool. Because they mentioned 1770, so I had a feeling it was that. I knew it was one of the 17-somethings. So honestly, he wasn't really that old. He was like 50-something when he died. 57. So we're all done with this. Let's turn that off. Let's go in here. Let's give him... Is this your music, Ludwig? What's that, my 9th? Ah, here, Mario. You finally evened up the score. I've been looking for that sheet music for days. Sit and listen as the orchestra plays. I like your music a lot, Ludwig. Ha, well, you must be from the future. I have nothing but critics now. What do these fools know? What do those fools know? I told them my works are not for you, but for a later age. Well, that solves that. Now we can go back to the future. I don't know what I was waiting for. I was waiting for it to load. New password. Which we'll be using, and we have been using to continue every time. And the cool thing is it somehow saves your score through the password function too. For today's video, unless I decide to combine 2 gameplay sessions into one video, we're just doing one today, just because I'm low on time. But in later videos, we'll do either about the same content depending on how long it takes. But that's it for today's video on hybrid games. We checked out more of Mario's Time Machine. We're going to complete the game on this video series and then do a review of it at the end of the video series once we're done with the next few games in the Super Nintendo Super Mario Educational Series, which include, after this one, Mario is Missing, and Mario Paint. But for now, we're done with today's video, so please be sure to like, share with your friends, subscribe today for more classic gaming goodness, and yeah, just keep on watching. Alright everybody, thanks for watching once again. Bye!